wipe, wipe, wipe it down, wipe, 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 wipe it down, wipe, 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 wipe it down, wipe it down, wipe it down, wipe, wipe, wipe it down, wipe it down, wipe.
Don't you wish you could make a change occur with some Windex and a simple swipe of a hand towel? I know I would. Gosh, I'd love to be able to get ready that quickly for work every day. But unfortunately, to change, it takes a lot longer than that, doesn't it? And in fact, I'm going to start off by bursting a myth that we have learned most of our lives about changing or forming a habit. We've always heard that it takes 21 days to form a habit. Well, scientists say no, actually, it takes a lot longer than 21 days. They're saying on average, it takes 66 days to change a behavior or form a habit. So the truth of the matter is we can make change occur, but it's going to take hard work and time. Okay. So today's quote is, "Life has no remote. Get up and change it yourself." And I think we're seeing that happen right now with all the demonstrations and the protests that are occurring throughout the country. People want to change. They're exercising their constitutional right to assemble and raise awareness on changes that they think need to happen with police procedures and our judicial system. Now, change has all kinds of different ways that we can impact it, right? Some things we have no control over. Some things we can influence, like what they're trying to do with the protests. And changes that occur within ourselves, though, we have complete control over. And that's what we're going to concentrate on today, how we can make a change occur in our lives. Not the big picture, not the world change, but what we can do today to make a change in us. Okay? So, first thing I want you to do is ask yourself, what do I want to change? You need to be clear on what habit or behavior you want to change. You have to be specific. So you can't ask for the whole mommy makeover, pick a body part. That's really a weird example, but you know what I mean. Pick one specific thing. Like, for example, this year, the one change that I've been trying to make is working on my self-esteem and self-worth, trying to improve it. Well, that's pretty broad, right? I mean, if you knew me, I have lots of issues, but self-esteem is certainly one of them. But how do I break that down further? Well, one of the things that I've been concentrating on in terms of self-worth and self-esteem is I've always relied on other people to make me happy. My life has always revolved around my children and my family, and as they've grown up, I found out that, oh wow, they were my whole entire life, and you kind of lose your identity, and I forgot about what actually made me happy. So that's one of the things that I've been concentrating on this year, is finding things that bring me joy. One of them being that I'm taking the time to write more, and thank you for your support. It's been a great encouragement to me and has brought me a lot of happiness and joy, and that happiness and joy has helped me with my self-esteem and encourages me to keep moving forward. For example, now I'm doing the videos with you. I don't think I would have had the self-confidence to do that, and as I've been doing this, it's building upon how I feel and view myself, and I realize that the bigger picture is I do like training, and I do like inspiring, and I do like writing, and so that's something that I have control over. So that is one example of clarifying exactly what behavior or change you want to make. Okay? And so the second thing is choose to make that change. You have control over making a choice. So say it out loud. Say it out loud what you want to change. Write it down. You need to fully commit with everything that you have that you want to make that change, and you're going to do it today. Okay, so for example, I believe that love is a choice. A lot of people believe it's a feeling. I mean, you can fall in love, right? And you get that ooey gooey feeling. But I truly believe to love someone in all unconditionally, let's say, I think it's a choice that we make. And you now here's the kicker though. It's a choice that you make. It's something that you can change though, right? Like I'm choosing this to change. And you can decide at any time that it's not good for you. It's not a good choice for you, and maybe that you should not love that person, thing, job. So, my point is, you have a choice to continue a certain behavior. You don't have to continue it, you choose to. You have control over it, so you can make that change. Okay, so number 3, come up with an action plan. I think this is where everyone falls short. We all fall short. We always make the New Year's resolutions to lose weight, to do this, to do that, but we don't come up with an action plan. And without an action plan, how do you hold yourself accountable, right? So, what you want to do is when you come up with that action plan, predetermine what your obstacles are going to be in advance. So then you know how to address them along the way, right? Okay, so I'll give you an example about predetermining what kind of obstacles you're going to have. I used to, when the kids were little, real little, I used to work out after work. I'd go to the gym every day and go work out, take classes or whatnot. Well, as the kids got older and schoolwork got more difficult and more, just the amount of homework became more, I realized that I didn't have time to go to the gym, come home, do homework, cook dinner, do laundry, blah, 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 blah. So I had to make a change. I had a choice I didn't really have a choice. I really needed to help my kids. That's what the mamas do. But I had to pick something, and working out was, as you know, is a stress releaser for me. So I knew it was something that was important to me. So how could I change that? How could I make a change, still be able to work out? I knew that it was going to be an obstacle to continue to be able to work out because I was going to have to change my schedule, right? So I actually knew that I was going to have to move it to the morning time. Well, I really never thought I'd be able to do this, honest to God. Since, forever now. I get up, I set my alarm, or now it's just a habit of waking up because I do it every day. I wake up around 4:30, and I start my workout at 5:30. Now, the reason why I wake up at 4:30 is I have to have a cup of coffee before I work out. And that was one of those things where I came up with an action plan. Okay, I'm going to work out in the morning. It's going to be difficult for me. I'm not one of the people that just wake up and I start running. Like, who does that? But apparently a lot of people do. I need time to wake up and have my cup of coffee. So that meant to make that change and be able to help the kids after school, I had to get up extremely early in the morning, do it every day, form the habit, and I've been doing it for probably, I would say, at least 10 years now. So I guess my point is you need to determine what is going to be your obstacle. What is your obstacle to making that change? And then find out an alternative to that obstacle so you can actually be successful at whatever change you're making. Okay? So the next thing you need to do is break down your goals into behaviors that you repeat consistently. And one of the things that many trainers have used, and you probably have heard of it, is SMART goals. The reason why so many trainers and so many teachers use SMART goals is because it's effective. And SMART goals stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Okay, so let's say you have a habit or something you want to change. If you put it through the SMART goals format and write it down, it kind of puts it, I think once you put it into each thing, each little section of being specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound, you're able to formulate a plan, right? Because 66 days on average is a long time to form a habit. So if you're willy-nillying it, you're probably not going to be successful. So I'm going to encourage you, and I will attach a copy of what an easy example of a SMART goal to this video, and or to the Constant Contact as like a download that you can download, and I think it will benefit you. And matter of fact, I'll just kind of show you what one looks like. And what this example that I'm going to attach, it's a real simple one. So the individual wanted to reach an outcome. This person wanted to walk 5 days a week, 30 to 60 minutes a day. So how did they break it down? They broke it down by starting off, this week I will walk 15 minutes a day at a brisk pace for 3 days. And so on the goal component, they gave examples of what was the specific goal. Well, the specific goal was to do what I just said. I want to walk regularly, at least 5 days a week, in the morning to help me reduce inches around my waist. So they're very specific. Measurable, how much, how many, and how often will you do this behavior? I want to walk 30 to 60 minutes a day at a brisk pace 5 days a week. That's their ultimate goal. Okay, attainability. So you want to be able to know, is this doable? Can you actually attain it? And she writes, I will start walking 15 minutes, like I said, when we broke it down into small intervals a day for 3 days a week, and work up to 30 minutes for 5 days a week. So she had a plan of what was reasonable and attainable that she could work her way up to her ultimate goal of 5 days a week, 30 to 60 minutes. Why is it relevant? Well, she said, now that my children are back at school and the holidays are over, she can start walking in the morning. So she found out a period of time, kind of like I did with my workouts, that work for her and work around her life schedule. Time bound. Make sure your goal includes a specific time frame. You can't just be like, 12 years from now. Like this year, I'm working on my self-esteem. Specifically, what I told you earlier, I'm working on finding things and habits and projects that make me happy and bring me joy so I can be happy with myself. Well, same with this person. She says, I will increase my time each week by 5 minutes. So she's saying, okay, the first week I'm going to walk 15 minutes, and each week after that I'm going to add 5 minutes, and ultimately I'm going to reach my goal within 4 weeks of doing the 30 to 60 minutes a day. So I know it seems like work to write this stuff down, and I think that's why people are not successful at change or making new habits, is we have to have structure, and we have to have something that we can revisit. It's just like we do at work when you give someone expectations for performance. You have to make it attainable, you have to hold them accountable, and you have to have a goal that you reach, and that's what SMART goals do. Okay, I think I'll leave it at that. Until next week, toodles. Bye.